Hello, this is Robin. I want to welcome everybody that stops by to watch the video. All my new friends, welcome, and the ones that's been with me from the beginning. I greatly appreciate you stopping by. This is going to be a Keeping It Real video. A little different from some of the others. I usually put a disclaimer out there that I'm not a psychiatrist, a psychologist, a counselor, but I really don't need to do that on this one because this one is going to be a Keeping It Real video about me, if anybody cares. Again, I welcome you to put comments in the description box. Your input, if you have any stories, I'd love to hear them. My email and address is under every video. If you would like to email me, that's great. I always respond. I always respond to your comments. It may take me a few days, but I do get back to all of you. But there's some things that are about me that, certain things you share with people, other things you really don't. And not that I have anything to hide. I'm somewhat of a private person. Probably 85% of everything is out there. Not that I have any deep, dark secrets. But I see a psychiatrist. I don't go to counseling. They advised me to, but I went to counseling before and it didn't really help. I feel that my counselor is the guy above. That's my choice. That's how I try to deal with things. I pray and I ask God to help me to deal with whatever I'm going through or whatever my family and my friends are going through. That is my choice of a counselor. I do see a psychiatrist. I am on 3 different kind of medications for depression, anxiety attacks, panic attacks. And I know a lot of you out there will be able to, maybe relate to this video. And that's one reason why I'm doing it. And another reason is to let a lot of you know that, you're not alone. There's times that I can go from 0 to 100, like literally, like anger. Depends on what sets me off. Sometimes it takes a lot to set me off. Other times it's something little, stupid. I don't go berserk. I'm not out hurting anybody or anything of that nature, but I don't like the way it makes me feel. I don't like, I get very angry and upset and verbally lash out. And, we all say things when we're angry that we don't mean, and then we have to go and ask for forgiveness. Sometimes, depends on what the issue is, I don't ask for forgiveness because when I say it, I mean it, and I really don't care. I don't like hurting anybody. That's not me. Sometimes I feel like a different person. Like when I get mad and angry, I feel like I'm getting pushed up in a corner and I don't know which way to go. Like there's no out. So my out is anger, verbal, yelling, cussing, whatever. I've never been one to throw things or smash up stuff. I've never did that, thank God. I know, some people do that. I have a family member that's how they express their anger. That's how they get it out. They don't hurt anybody, but they kind of smash up the house and stuff. But I'm glad I don't do that. Again, I wanted to share that I am seeing a psychiatrist. I'm on medication. I take anxiety attacks. I take panic attacks. There's sometimes I can be in a room full of people and still feel alone. I don't have the perfect marriage. I don't have the perfect family. I deal a lot with things to go on here in my own home. We all have things that are going on with our children or our grandchildren that stress us out, and you love them, so it affects you. Not as bad as I'm sure it affects them, but it affects you. And it hurts when you can't do anything about it. And if you know they're being hurt by somebody, then that makes you angry. There's a lot of different feelings. I could sit here for hours and tell you different scenarios, but I'm not going to. I just wanted to be open and honest about some things in my life that I don't think I've really ever talked about. I mean, I know I've talked about depression and panic attacks and anxiety attacks, but for some reason, lately I have been taking more of the anxiety attacks, and I really need to consult with my psychiatrist when I go the next time, because I've been on one medication for a long period of time, and I'm trying to wean myself off of it to see if maybe that will, if that's the problem. I think a lot of the problem is when you go see your family doctor or a psychologist or a psychiatrist, whatever you're going through at that time, you explain it to them, and they evaluate you at that moment. And they prescribe something that sometimes it takes several different medications to find out what's right for you, and what's going to agree with you depends on if you're on other medications and what your medical problems are. But they, once they get it leveled, then it does seem to help. But things change over the months and the years, and then you don't get evaluated anymore, and you're still on the same medication. And I think you take it for so long, and it may not be what you need anymore. And I think I'm at that point. There's the one medication, like I said, I'm trying to wean myself off of, and to see if maybe I would feel better, if things could change a little bit. Maybe my other medication needs changed. I don't know. And I hate going through that, because then you got to come down off of some of the medications that you're on slowly. And it leaves a lot to be desired. Mood swings, crying, anger, happy 1 minute, sad the next, just feeling lonely. You don't want to go anywhere. You don't want to do anything. You get headaches, and at least I do. You don't want to be around anybody. You're in a mood sometimes, and you just it's just like, look, leave me alone. Just let me deal with whatever I'm dealing with. And then sometimes people ask you what's the matter, and you don't even know. And that's the sad part. That's the hard part. And that's where I come in a lot. I'm angry and mad and crying and upset. And if I sit and think about, Robin, what's going on, I don't know. I could name 50 things, but it may not be those 50 things that are bothering me at that time. So, I don't know if it's a chemical imbalance. I don't know what it is. I don't know what causes us to be depressed and sad and happy. And, literally my mood could go from excited, angry, happy, crying, all in the same hour. Literally, I don't have a split personality or anything, but I think my husband thinks I do. But his quote for me, which a lot of people might think is ignorant, and sometimes I do, do you got to be a bitch every day of your life? That's what he asks me. And I tell him, sometimes you make me that way. I got to blame it on somebody. But anyway, if you have any questions, ask me. I don't got a problem. If you ask me something I don't want to answer, I will just be very nice and tell you I prefer not to answer that right now. But if you have any questions or your stories, I'd love to read them. Again, if you don't want to put anything in the comment box and you want to talk, email me. Send me a letter. I will get back to you. So that's the end of this Keeping It Real. But I wanted to share some of that stuff. Maybe as time goes on, I will share a few other things. But I just wanted to let everybody know that, we all got problems. And my way is praying and asking God to help me. And I pray for each and every one of you every night before I go to bed. and I just want to share. And just, if you like this kind of video, give it a thumbs up. Click that like button. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. And I will talk to you in my next video. Take care, everybody. Bye.